Hey guys, Rachele here with Amethyst Ascension. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. So today I'm going to be doing the first week in the, let's say, April spring cleaning. Hashtag April spring cleaning. We'll just do it that way. Or tarot spring cleaning. I don't know. I'll figure it out. It'll be in the description or it'll be on the title. So I want to show you the actual journal. So this is the spring cleaning with Rachele, or maybe that's what we'll do. Hashtag spring cleaning with Rachele. So we've got week 1, 2, 3, or week 1, 2, 3, and 4. All of these, this is my Facebook group. This is my YouTube channel. This is my Ko-fi, where you can get this for free. This is my Patreon, my new Patreon. And this is my Make Playing Cards, where you can get all of my decks and stuff. So, week 1, and I'm using a different note-taking app also. I'm using Noteful and not GoodNotes. So I'm still kind of learning this system a little bit. So this is what week 1 looks like. And as I talked about in the original What's Coming in April, big news of what's coming in April, or whatever the name of that video was, the first week is really about taking stock of what I have or what we have as collectors and starting the physical cleaning. So I will be inserting a video or B-clip, whatever you want to call it, of me starting the process of cleaning my actual shelves. But before I'm doing that, I am taking stock of what I have. So I've started to fill in my own journal. But I want to show you this journal first, and then we'll go over to my journal, because I also made spreads for each of the weeks, and we're going to go over that in this video. So here's the first week. Now, if we just keep on going, there's an extra page for the first week. Week 2, an extra page. Remember, I said that I think that also this work is going to bring prosperity and abundance, because we are pruning away what no longer is needed, no longer, the things that are kind of like weighing us down and holding us back. And so with cleaning that out, we are making space for new growth, right? So then week 3, I like keeping these really very generic. That way you can fill these in the way that you see fit. You can take pictures however you want, which I'm going to show you what I did with mine. But so there's then week 4 and an extra. Now I've included all of the week pages without the weekly tags on them. So 1, that was from week 2, 3, and 4. That's the end of it. The candle that's in all the other pages is what brings you back to this page, so that you can go back to week 1, week 2, week 3. So I can go to week 2, use that, go to week 3, oops, there it is, week 4, there it is. Oop, there it is, right? All right, so I want to show you what I've started to do with mine. So my collection organizer, let me show you. It's going to open up another app that I created. Now, I put this link into mine. So if you would like to know how to do that, I am using Noteful. Noteful for the Pro version was like $4.99. I am using it on an Apple iPad. I'm not sure whether or not that works with Android. I don't know. So if you have an Android device, I would say just go and check it out and see if there's a Noteful app, right? So what I've started to do, that's for my first first shelf. Let me go back and I'll show you what I mean. So this particular planner, which I also do sell on, you know what, let me show you. So here you see me. I have already done the first couple of shelves, or the first few shelves, and I am moving on to the second set of shelves, or the second bookcase. And you will see why this is so important in the next bit of this video. But I inserted it in here and did a voiceover, which I have never done before. Look at me getting all fancy. Not. But anyways, so this is going to be a whole process, and I'm showing you just a little bit of that process. Oh, this one. So you know which one it is. So this is my Ko-fi. Go to the shop and go to digital journals, and it is it's this one. It's $19.99, and it is a massive digital organizer journal, which you'll see in just a minute. So I'm gonna get off of this, but you can link them so that it'll automatically open. So what I've done is I've gone through and I've taken pictures of all of my shelves, at least some of them. This is what the process that I'm starting. And so each one of these is going to be a different shelf in my room, because I know I have over like 500 decks in various spots. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have about 16 shelves, and then with other stragglers and stuff. But you'll see what I did. So this was the first shelf. So each one of these pages off of the 16 holds 34 entries. So each one of those, these are all of the decks that I have on that one shelf. You can click on that, which I haven't done anything yet, but each one of them has their own page. That's why there's like 560 some pages in this particular planner. And it's this that takes you back. The pen takes you back to the main site. This is not the cover though. This is the cover. And then it gives you an extra page for anything else you want to put in there. And then this is the, the actual like organizing. You have 16 different categories. So by clicking on that, come on. It takes me over to this. So any one of these, because part of the process is also going to be towards the third week, I think, is doing like, once you've decided if you're going to even be doing this process, what's staying, what's going, well, then you can do like a spread, which I have included. I'll show you. So let me go to week 3. And I've already inserted the spreads, but these spreads individually, let me click on, I can. It's an image. So you can put them in wherever you want. Oh, hang on. Let me unlock the size so you can see. But this is the spread. So you can do these essentially instead of an interview spread if you're thinking about certain decks that are, whether or not you're going to keep them or give them away. Here's a spread that I created for that, the clarity spread. So should you stay or go, the benefits of staying, the downside of staying, what area you are best suited for, so what kind of readings that you are best suited for, and whether or not that's going to be beneficial for your practice, and how best can I prepare you for the journey ahead. So this is something that you could individually do. Let me put this back to fit. Let me lock it again, the size. So you can essentially do this for each one of those decks again, right? So the Rosebud Tarot, if it was up 4, possibly going bye-bye, Well, I can do that spread in here, but something else about this organizer, if you have the time and want to take the time and you're a collector and you want to take stock of what you have, especially if sometimes you rotate seasonal or whatever, you can put down what your thoughts are, what kind of category you would put that particular deck. You can take pictures of it. Maybe you have had a really great spread with it. And the beautiful thing is you can always add to these journals. So they're expandable. They're all expandable, right? You just create a new page. You just copy a new page wherever you're at. So I'll show you. Well, granted, I'm not going to show you because it's for this Noteful program. It's going to be different depending on what app you're using, but they're all expandable. It works in this, it works in GoodNotes, and I'm sure it works in whatever program that you're using. But it's a really good way of taking stock of the inventory. And that's what I'm doing. So this first week is going to be really about taking stock of what I have and shopping my own shelves, more or less, and getting rid of what doesn't serve me. So let's get on with week 1, okay? So I've already started it. Like I said, I put in the collection link to my collection organizer, and I put in just some artwork and stuff like that. I put this week, I want to focus on making a fresh start for my practice by cleaning out my space. I intend to go shelf by shelf and add an exchange in the group for each Thursday, which, yep, starting with this particular month, the hashtag Spring Cleaning with Rachele, we are going to have a trade every Thursday, just like we have the Share Your Wares Wednesday post. I'm going to do a Thursday post for, Thursday tarot trade. So if there's somebody that you want to do a trade with, if you are going through and getting rid of your decks. So also, before I begin with this work, I really need to take stock of what I have. So in this first week, it is all about making a list and cleaning my shelves and decks physically. That's what I'm doing. So I created a spread. Let me undo this again. Let me unlock it. It's called the Purification spread. What energy needs releasing? Why is this beneficial? What does this make space for, and guidance on how to proceed? So let's get started on that. Let me just also clarify that if you want the digital planner and you want each of the 4 spreads, because there's a spread for each week that I've created an actual image, right? They will be available in the package with the digital journal. And you can grab them for free, or you can give me a donation if you feel so inclined to give me a donation for it. But you do not have to. It's not a requirement, okay? You can still have it for free and use it because I want it to be accessible for everybody. So let me grab my deck and let's get started. Okay, so I decided to use the Tarot of a Witch's Garden by Sasha Graham and art by Natasha Alinsik. I love this deck. I think it's so beautiful. I love the green of the journal, so I want to match it all up beautifully. So I'm going to be using that in conjunction with the Celtic Magic deck, Oracle deck, that I also sell over on my Make Playing Cards. So I'm going to draw one for each, and I did make a bag also for my Celtic Magic. So let's just start. So the first question, and let me shuffle this up really good a few times. I do love this deck. It is so beautiful. It doesn't normally come with a green edging. I did that. I did a few different colors green in order to create that beautiful, lush feeling. Because in nature, you have all different kinds of green, and it's just as beautiful. So let me also, this is the backs for the Celtic Magic. Well, come on. Stop it. It wants to talk already. I'm just trying to shuffle you. Let me shuffle you. I still need to edge this. And I'm going to edge it like in a... maybe like a gold color. Like a tan color. All right. So let's do the first one. What energy, in regards to, like my tarot space, right? And my tarot shelves and my tarot decks. What energy needs releasing? What energy needs releasing? What energy needs releasing right now? Okay. Okay. So for me, Wheel of Fortune, that definitely feels like a feeling of stagnancy. So what needs releasing, because I would look at this in a reverse because of the situation, because of the context of the question. So for me, what needs releasing is stagnancy. I need to be able to get rid of the old in order to bring in growth. And with growth comes change, right? So I need to be open and ready for that change. That's what growth is. So, what energy needs releasing? Oh, come on. What energy needs releasing? Okay, how about we do this? This one. Listen. Seek truth in the unspoken. Listen with your heart. Oh, yes. So for me, like I said, that's in reverse. So it means that it's not about releasing the listening. It's about embracing where I have been lacking, like in a stagnant state. So once I release this stagnant energy, it opens me up. It allows me to accept change and listen to, you know, the area in which my practice and my growth is happening. Just listen to my heart and let that allow space for whatever is coming. Beautiful. So secondly, why is this beneficial? So why is this beneficial? Why is this beneficial? So for me, I look at the Hierophant like it is, yes, it can be traditions, but the main thing that I look at it is it's like earthy wisdom, applied wisdom. It's either I am the teacher or I am the student. So it is beneficial for me it'll help me be in a state of growth, which means I am a student, right? It allows me to learn more through that growth, releasing the stagnancy. So that's why it's beneficial, because from that comes earthy wisdom. And I say earthy wisdom because the Hierophant is Taurus, and Taurus is like the fixed earth sign. So that is like earthy wisdom. It's like experienced wisdom, right? So let's see what the Celtic Magic says. Why is this beneficial for me? Why is this beneficial for me? Why is this beneficial? You are interconnected. Strengthens bonds with those around you. Yes. I also feel like in the context of this question, not only is it bonding me more strongly with my room because it's getting me out of this stagnant, old, like I said in the very first video, we worked through a lot of stuff within the last 6 months, okay? And we're putting that behind us and growing from it, right? So this brings us closer to not only knowing thyself, but it bonds us with our decks, the ones that we're going to end up keeping. It's going to help us to reconnect with our practice in a new, fresh, and inviting way. And so that's how I'm seeing that. It's helping me, because even when I've said that I do like modifications of my decks, I feel like when I do that modification, I am making it mine. And with every single card that I do, I am bonding even more strongly. And I know a lot of the books don't ever say that's one of the ways that you bond with your deck, but that is most definitely one of the ways that I can bond with a deck, is by modifying it. And, you know, doing the different spreads with it, and whether or not I'm going to keep it or whether or not it's going to go to somebody else that maybe will use it more than what I have. Either way, it's going to be strengthening those bonds, that interconnectedness, right? So the next question is, what does this make space for? What does this make space for? What does this make space for? All right, we're going to do the top one. Yes, it's the Page of Cups. When I think of the pages are our youth. I've talked about this before. I've heard people say that they would have problems with like even like baby witches, the term baby witches or baby anything, because it like indicates a lack of almost like it's demeaning, but I don't see it that way at all. Not at all. I have said many times, I think the best time for anybody to teach is when they are learning something new themselves, because they are very much in the mindset of the student. So what was important for their learning could also be very important for the main things that they're teaching. And they're so enthusiastic about it at that moment. But a child, a baby, a toddler, that is when they are just literally sponges. So they are in this frequency of really learning, right? So for me, a page or a youth of anything that's new in something, they are on fire with that knowledge. It is like, that is when it's like most critical. That is when it is like the most, what's the word that I'm looking for? That's when it's strongest, right? That's when it's got so much potential. So I love that. It's making room and space for future growth and potential. And it's helping me to open my heart more, because what comes from, I mean, the cups is emotions and quite possibly a deeper psychic connection, because it's also like psychic stuff with your watery elements, right? So, oh gosh, man, this is so good. What does this make space for? I'm going to ask this back here. The universe watches over you. You are not alone. Yes. And I think it also opens up my ability to have faith and trust in the messages that I'm getting with my decks, because of that stronger bond, right? Oh, gosh, that's just beautiful. All right, the last question is guidance on how to proceed. So guidance, now you can insert, whether it's just guidance from the tarot, you can insert whether or not it's guidance from your higher self or your spiritual team or God or whatever you want, right? You insert what you feel is right. For me, it's higher self. It's usually always higher self for me. So guidance on how to proceed. So guidance on how to proceed. We're going to take, whoops. Oh, interesting. I'm just making sure that you can see that. Yes, it's all in. It's because my clamp is over that part of the camera, so I can't see it. How perfect is that? How to proceed. It's about transformation. It's about just allowing the process to occur, right? Just fully put myself into this energy of, I mean, when I'm talking about really cleaning my decks, being honest with myself, am I going to use the deck? If I'm not going to use the deck, What am I going to do with the deck? Really throw myself into the process for my own spiritual and physical growth and growth in my space, allowing more space in my room, because there's always new decks that I love that I see that are, you know, coming out. So in order to make space for that, because I'm starting to run out of space, I need to get rid of what is not no longer what I want. You know what I mean? So, but that is also abundance and prosperity for somebody else that is going to be receiving it. So, guidance on how to proceed from the Celtic Magic Oracle. All right, we've got the one top card. Stormy skies. Weather the storm. Clarity follows turbulence. Yes. I just honestly think that that means it's not going to be an easy process, which I know it's not going to be an easy process because, like I said, I love all of my decks. I mean, I love the idea of all of my decks. So at any given moment, I have the deck that I need, right? But let's be honest. It's not going to be an easy process. I have to totally transform myself and really allow the process, which is not going to be an easy process. You know, it's hard for me to even pick favorites. I mean, I can't even do a top 11 without 10 minutes later, it changing. So I have to just be honest with myself and just allow it to happen. So we'll see. We'll see how well I do. But I'm really going to try. I'm really going to try hard, you guys. So this was the first week. I'm going to be putting the card, the actual purification spread, in the Facebook group, because images I can easily do. I'll put that under the first week, along with just a little post about what we're doing for the first week, which is, taking stock and, starting the cleaning process. And then the spread, of course, if you want to, join in with this. As I said, it's going to be hashtag spring cleaning with Rachele, and we're going to do hashtag week number one or week one. Okay? So thank you for spending this time with me. And you can get the digital journal over at my Ko-fi shop, and I will be putting that down below. And the cards, the images for the spreads for each week will be included in that package. So if you want to use just the images for the weeks, you can also get that in the Amethyst, or not the Amethyst Ascension, it used to be the Divination and Spirituality Facebook group. Those will be put in there so that you can use them. And if you are just paper journaling, you can easily print those out and copy and paste those, or copy and paste, cut them out and paste those into your journals if you want to. They'd look just like a tarot spread card, just like my decks. So thank you for spending this time with me, and I'm sending you love always.